Oh no, I've already forgot it. That can't be right. Oh my goodness. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying some beginners origami. And I emphasize beginners because that is what I've searched for. So anything beyond that is probably going to be out of my skill level. But what I'm going to try to do is have a look at the tutorial for some of these things, and then if they are beginners, they should be fairly simple. So in theory, I should be able to watch a little tutorial and then try to recreate it from memory. That is what the aim is. We'll see how it goes. I've saved a few things from Pinterest, and some of them I feel like look fairly self-explanatory. Other ones, which are still classified as beginners, look a lot more complicated. So we will see how that goes. But I'm going to try and see if I can go from some of the more basic ones and then up until a point where I just cannot do it. So yeah, so I've saved some things on Pinterest. There's loads of things on Pinterest. And whilst I was looking through, there were some which are very clearly not beginners, and I do appreciate that origami can be a very, very skillful thing. And I can guarantee you now, I will not be doing it justice with my attempts, but we'll see how it goes. And hopefully, if there's some which are simple enough, I should be able to just show them back to you, and then anyone could do them. If I can do them, then anyone could do them. Okay, the first piece that I'm going to try and do is an origami heart. So I've got a little video. I think I remember doing some of these at school, so I'll see if any of that comes back from memory. But this is one that I thought, hopefully this should be a beginner's one. So I'm gonna watch the video and try and remember the steps so that I can then recreate it from memory. Okay, I'm gonna give this one a go. So you've got your square piece of paper. Mine's already folded down the middle because that's how I made a square. But that's also the first step. So you fold corner to corner like that. So you've got a triangle, and you'll get that crease down the middle as well. Then open it back up and then do the other corner to corner. So there should be a cross down the middle. So it'll be like that with the creases down the middle both ways. The next step, from any of those corners, you can fold into the center like that. So you can see that bit there. Then it's the opposite side, the opposite corner, right up to the top. So it should look like that, if you can see. So it's, first of all, it was this corner to the center, then this corner to the top. From the bottom bit, the bottom center, that's like your folding point, and you fold up. It was like that. You fold with the center point there, fold up into the middle along that center crease, and then you do that on both sides. And that already looks like a heart. And then all you have to do from there is bend the sharp corners just to make it smoother. And that's a heart. Okay, one down. That one was fairly simple, and I do think these are the kind of things that I would have made when I was a kid and just left them scattered all around the house. So that's one. That is simple, and I would classify it as a beginner's origami. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this next one I'm going to try is just a fairly simple box, which again, I think I might have done these in school, but that does not mean that I know how to do them. So I think it's just two parts which turn a box into a base and a lid. So I'm going to watch this video and then see if I can make it. That video goes so quickly. They start off with the piece of paper, do the first two folds, and then it's just like double speed. We're going lengthways, so like into a rectangle, and then open up, and again the other way. So we have a cross again, but it's a square one down the middle rather than corner to corner. Now it's corners into the center the whole way around. So now I have this. And what is the next step? This one had a lot more steps than the hearts. I think it might be open it back up again, and then you go corner to crease. I think that's what it was, corner to crease there. And I think that's the same again the whole way around, because you're just making these creases now. So then corner to crease. So now you have just all these crisscross creases everywhere. I think the last ones were the corner to the closest crease. So now you've got all these squares in the middle. You just do the corner to the closest crease. You just end up with a piece of paper with squares all over it. And then that's where you can build your box from. So I'm going to fold this in half as well. Corner to corner. So there are creases the whole way through. You should be able to see that it is just loads of squares now the whole way through it. And now this is the bit where I'm going to struggle. So, center 2 squares is the base. When you fold the sides up, you then do the corner square, no, the sharp corner edge, and the next row of squares down, folding into like a wall. So it should be like that. And then the same on the other side as well. So you might want to just fold the tips back the other way. So now it looks like that. And then the same the other, no, how did the other way go? Oh, this is going to be confusing to show. You have these corners have to fold in on themselves. So if I can do it, can I do it here where you can see? So this bit here, I'm gonna fold inwards, like a diagonal fold, like, oh, how's a good way to show this? Like that. So it's like that now. So it ends up being like a corner piece like that. So you're folding halfway through that square into a corner, and then you do that all the other sides as well. So rather than folding like that, this bit is getting tucked in. It's just following all the creases as well, which is useful. So I think this is like a useful start point where you just get all of the squares. So that's starting to look more like a box. And then with these last bits which are up, you then again just folding along the creases, fold into the box. So it just locks it all in, I guess. It's like that. You've got the creases there, and you just fold it into the box. And then along the bottom. Okay. So that is a box. A lot more steps, but I did it. And then what you want to do if you want a lid is you just do the same thing again and slot them into each other. So I don't know whether you just do like a very slightly smaller square to start with, then do all the same folds and just pop them in. So I'd say that's still beginners. It's a bit difficult to remember without watching the video as you go, but I think if you watch it as you go, you'll be able to do that. And again, it's all just about having all the folds at the beginning. Okay, 2 can do the hearts and can do the boxes. Okay, this one I found out is starting to look more complicated. So, it's a butterfly, and I haven't watched the tutorial yet fully, but it comes up with like a little preview. And I'm already wondering if this is one that I might struggle with. But again, it's labelled Simple Animal Crafts for Kids. For kids. So, if I can't do this, then, I mean, what does that say about me? Okay, I'm gonna watch this tutorial, and then I'll see if I can do this as well. Oh no. There's so many steps. And they're not like the other 2. Okay, we'll have a go. From memory. Right. Let's go for some pink paper. Okay. I have my rectangle. Then what was the first step? Okay, so it's from that rectangle, it's in half. So you got square, fold it in half, and then half again. Oh no, I've already forgotten. So this is just having these 4 creases. That was definitely how I started, and then I think we're in half again. Oh, and then the crease side at the top, you fold into the center, so it's like 2 triangles. Like I said, this one had a lot more steps, so, but it's for kids, so how can I not do it? So it was like that. How does this become a butterfly? So you think you fold that up to there, and then the same with the other one? Oh no. What do I do? Okay, so I think it's like that now. So it's like folded up either side. Then what on earth did I do? Was it up again? Into like a little bow? That seems wrong. That's it. I have an origami bow now. That's the end of that one. Oh no. Too many steps. I might have to look at the tutorial again. This might be a fail from memory. If I watch it one more time, I won't add any more. I'll watch it and I'll see if, first of all, if I've done any of it right, or if I need to do it all over again. I'm gonna have a look. Okay, so I made a mistake early on. So, when we did these bad boys, we were meant to fold them in on themselves. And then basically, open it up and tuck it in. So it'll end up like that, where it's inside itself. And you do that on both sides. So it still looks the same. It's still just like a little triangle at the top. Like that, but they're tucked in. And then what you do is you fold this side up, then you fold this side up into like a half. I've already forgotten. Oh, we're gonna have to have another look. I'm not abandoning this, I've come too far. So we folded that one up, and then folded that one up. Then you fold this down. Oh gosh. And then down again, so they're tucked in on themselves. So now, because we did that first bit right, it cuts in on itself there, you then open that up and fold it back, and then do the same on the other side. Oh yeah, this is looking better. Now we have like a gap in the middle. So where those like triangles were folded in on themselves, you just fold them around like doors, I guess. I've confused myself so much with this one. I hope it looks good. So I'm pretty sure this is like the last step, and somehow it will go from that into a butterfly. Somehow. Where these are at the top, you fold them down into like the wings. How though? How am I meant to look like that? Ooh, that looks like it. Ooh. That looks like a butterfly. I might have cracked it. So it's not like the corner, it's like folding midway along this bit down to near the bottom. So it's as if you've like done that, but then you fold all of this back. I think that's, well, that looks different to the other side now. How have I done that? It's a butterfly. And I think on the tutorial, you can just like stick on a little antenna. But for all intents and purposes, this is a butterfly. I mean, would I consider this a beginner's one? I struggled with it a fair bit, but I did do it. But I can't imagine kids folding like this neatly. I would say this is a next level up from beginner. So once you've made like 20 boxes and you've got it down, then maybe move on to this one. But then again, like I did kind of figure it out, but I could not do this from memory. There were way too many steps, and it wasn't just folding into squares. But it kind of, is that cool? I can't tell anymore. I've been looking at it for way too long. Well, that's a butterfly. And I guess you could just stick on some extra little antenna and it would probably look more like a butterfly. Well, I wouldn't consider it wasn't a fail. I did it, but it was a bit of a struggle. On to the next one. In theory, they're only gonna get more difficult. We'll see. Okay. Okay. I have found a frog, which does not look, oh no, I shouldn't say that. Perhaps looks a similar level to the butterfly. This isn't a video though, this is a step-by-step guide. So I'm gonna try and look at it, understand it, and then put it away. but I need a square piece of paper to start with, so obviously green for the frog. Oh dear, already. I'm reading through I can tell you now I'm already going to have to look back at it, so I'm going to put it away for now. You have your square piece of paper, and you do the same creases as before, so you just do like all the corners to corners, and then, oh, and halves as well. Okay, yeah. So I think this is one of the ones where it just sets up all the creases so you can then fold other stuff. So it should be like that with all your creases, I think. And then what was... That can't be right. I've fallen at the first hurdle. How on earth did they do that? How did they get from the first picture to the second picture? Oh. So I think it's as if you folded it like that. You tuck these corners into themselves. Okay, so that's basically the starter. So you've had your piece of paper and then you fold into like, I don't know how to describe that. Those go in and then it all folds like concertinas into itself. You fold each of these corners up to the center, up to the top, yeah. So along like the center line, like that. Then you fold them back down again. So you fold from the top to this corner, I think. So it ends up like that. Okay, so if that's one side, the other side, you fold into the center again. So it follows the center crease. So it'll look like that. So that's the first side we did, and then that's that side. Then I think you fold them out again onto the crease. So from that center line out to the external line, I think. So yeah, it's folded like back onto itself, like that. Oh, I can see where this might be going now. Oh, but what was next? See, it's nearly like almost a frog. I think it just needs to have like, does it fold in half? I think it must fold along here. So I think it's like the legs, you fold them. So I folded from that to that. And then I think if you fold it back down again in half. Oh, I think I've done this. Have I? Oh, it looks nearly there. Wait, how do I do this then? Is that it? I did it! Okay. Well, a lot of that was improvised. So I'll try and explain it better. So when it's, how was it? It was like that, flat. Then it was a really random fold, like to fold the legs up. I did it very, like, it wasn't following a crease. And then I folded, so folding it in half, and then where the line is there, I folded that back down to the bottom line. Let's see if I can read. So it should now, so from that side, it's like that with a fold there. And then this side, it's like that. It's a really bad explanation. And then I think if you just push down on that back bit, I might have folded the hop out of him. Was that how I was meant to do it? Fold it in on itself, then back on. Does that look like? That looks like what it's meant to look like. Okay, this, again, was lots of steps, but I feel like it was slightly more successful than the butterfly one. And also, it like hops, or it kind of does. It flips. Yeah, it doesn't hop, it just flips itself over. Okay. This one, again, I don't know any small kids who would have the patience to sit and fold this. I'm like, surely this is origami, it's just secretly, exclusively for adults. Because, I mean, not only was it not super simple, but again, it's probably one where if I was looking at the thing the whole time, it might be easier, but kids remember these things and just do them in their own time, but I'm like, I like it. I'm pleased with it. Probably one of the more interesting ones. Right. I don't know what's next then. I don't know if it will get harder or easier. I'm very conflicted. This one's going to be so much harder. This one is meant to be a diamond. I'm not sure if there's meant to be gluing at some point or if they just hold it together, but it's meant to be like a 3D diamond. Oh my goodness. I swear they just miss out a step which just brings it all together. Ugh, I'm gonna see how it goes, right? So it starts off with your doing all the folds, just like to get the creases. So you end up with that again. And then the next one was different. I think the next one was like a corner and then along the crease. So it goes like this corner as far up the crease to make it straight to the bottom. It'll look like that. And then I think you do that the whole way around again to make new creases. And that's how you get an ice cream cone. I think, yeah, so that must be one way, and then I do it again from the other way, I guess. And I've just done the same the other way around. And then I do it the other corners as well. I've just got loads of folds now. From the video I watched, it looked like they just pinched all these corners in, so made it into like almost a little bowl. And then they pulled all the corners together. And then at the same time, I guess the centre bit was getting like pushed out. How do you do that though? Goodness gracious me. So I'm guessing if I pull all the corners together, is that what it was? Oh dear. Oh, that might be it. Okay, I think I have to try and push the wait, let's try and push this out more. Have I done it by accident, not realising? Yeah. Oh! So I just pinched all the corners together, and then that's like a I say diamond, maybe diamond was the wrong. No, it says diamond. And then it's just like that. And it's like a 3D piece, and I guess you glue these bits together. Should I try and do that? I have a Pritt stick. I'll see if that works and it holds together. The teeniest Pritt stick in the world. Oh. I feel like origami's not meant to need glue. Oh, is it gonna stay together? It's staying together. Oh, no it's not, it's coming apart. Oh well, that's pretty much, I mean, that looks quite cool. I wonder if maybe double-sided tape would be better to like line the insides. That'll probably keep it together, because the whole thing with the glue is you need to like hold it together for it to stay, but you can't hold these bits together because they're like flush. So just pinch the end. Well, that one's quite cool. I quite like it's like geometric shapes, I guess. This probably could have gone before the frog and the butterfly in terms of difficulty. But yeah, okay, well, what do I do with it now? I don't want to get glue on the side. Oh, it can go in my box. No, it can't. It's too big. Yes, it can. There we go. It's in the box now. Okay, I'm gonna try and make a crane because I feel like that's meant to be a fairly staple thing in origami to do. But the one I found has 35 steps. And I'm gonna be honest, I might have to just see how far I get and then go back to the guide, because I honestly think I'm still gonna struggle looking at the guide. Okay, so we have our square piece of paper, and we're gonna do the same folds as a couple of the other ones where you just do all the top to bottom, corner to corner, to get those creases. So then we end up with this, which I would think feels like a nice safe zone. That's where the ones that have gone well start. But it just gets a lot more complicated from here. So we do the same as the frog, the first step that I couldn't figure out for a long time. So you do like the folding the corners inwards, folding the side inwards, so the corners meet, and then you do that on both sides. So it's like that again. Then corner to top, both sides, so it's like that, but then you fold it back out again. Then it's the top corner down to the bottom, I think, and then back up again. This is where I'm going to be honest. I'm going to look at the tutorial because this was so many steps. Oh, well, I've already messed up anyway, so it's a good thing I did check. Did I do it wrong? Well, I mean, I obviously did it wrong. So, similar to the frog one, but not the same. That's what it is. So we now have extra unnecessary creases. So now we fold the corners into each other, then when you flatten that out, now it's a square again. Good thing I came back and checked this because it was only going to get worse. So, this is where you fold from the open part of the bottom, this corner into the center line. So where they're in like that, you fold the top bit down to that line that they've made. But then you unfold it all again. So we're back to the square. Now it gets confusing. I mean, if you weren't already confused. I'm clearly already confused and I'm following step by step. So where it's the square, then you open it up and you fold these corners into themselves, so it should end up, looks almost like a little kayak or something. Like that. So you've still got these bits here, but this is like a straight line down the middle. So now when you've turned it around that way, we're doing the same creases that we did with that original square. So we're folding these into the center and that down. So it's like that. And then the top bit down again. And then you do the same thing again with like the little kayak. So now you just have like a kayak on both sides. So we've got the open bit at the bottom. So you're folding from this corner bit where it opens into the center. It's folded in like that. And then I think you do the same on the other side. And let's look at where we are now. I have a feeling we're nearly at the end somehow. So I'm not sure what's going to transform this into a crane from here. Okay, so we're taking one of these, let's call them legs. One of these little legs and folding it up to a little can-can. So you got a little can-can leg up. You did that little can-can crease. You kick that leg up. Then you fold it, the open part here, in on itself. And then fold down all the sides along their creases as well. This bit's a bit manky at the end, but I think that's what it was. And then you do the same on the other side. So let's can, then fold it in on itself. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that kind of is equal, I guess. Right, so now it says we need to pick one end to be the head. And I feel like because this one's the most messed up, I'm gonna go with that one because then you just squish it into a head. So I'm gonna do that. Then the last step is that you fold these down. Okay. I mean, it looks a little bit more like a dragon to me than a crane or like a camel with wings. But, I mean, I followed this step by step. I think some people make these as like table decorations. People would have things like this at like a party or a wedding. How long does it take to make all of these? I mean, I'm obviously like just starting, but that's a lot of steps. I might leave it there. I think this was a good one to finish on. This actually looks like semi-origami. I think maybe it was to do a lot with like having the really neat folds that makes it easier with this. Like if you keep going over the crease and stuff like that. He does sit. Oh. Okay, so these are my creations for the day. I'm quite pleased with how they've come out, but let's go through. Okay, so I'm scared to put this one down because it's still not glued together. So it does just open up. Double-sided tape must be the solution for this one. So what did we start with? We started with the heart. That was definitely beginners. I think that was a good start. I mean, I managed to get through it fairly simply. That was good. The box. The box had more steps to it, but it was all just straight line creases. So I feel like, again, this was quite good to start with. Did I then do the butterfly? Was the first struggle. I mean, I'm pleased with it. It looks super cute. But could I imagine a child doing this? No. Not really. I mean, to be honest, I guess it depends on what your kid's like, but this would probably be a struggle for lots of adults to start with anyway. But I guess if you've got a good tutorial and you're following it through, it's quite cute. And I mean, it was more of the straight line folds, again, which makes life a lot easier. The frog, I just somehow managed to be like done with it before I even realised. Sorry, crane. Like, and like it like hops. That is cool. I like this one. I think this one could be a fairly simple one. The crane and my diamond. I like the diamond. I'm impressed that it is a whole 3D diamond shape. But the fact that you have to essentially glue it together makes me think it's not just something you sit and just fold. I mean, yeah, get some double-sided tape. That'll make life easier. But now I can't let go of it, so put it back in its box. This crane was not beginner's. I know that for a fact now. But I did it, and I'm pleased with it. And this is probably the most distinctively origami thing I've made. So yeah, I think overall, I'm pleased with my collection, and I would probably try and make some more stuff. So if you've enjoyed this video and you would like to see me try and attempt some more difficult origami along the lines of my crane, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and I will have a go at some more crafts that should be simple, but I managed to not deliver. Yeah, hopefully my descriptions or guides kind of worked, but if not, there will be plenty of better resources online. Like I said, I got all of my ideas from Pinterest as well, so I'm pretty sure if you search beginner's origami or origami for kids, you'll come up with a few of these results. Yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Is that it?